What do I know? I'm just a girl on the internet. You know what I find hard to believe? That we are more than halfway through December. And it's honestly kicking my butt because in previous years, usually I am ahead of the curve when it comes to Christmas shopping. I usually have all of my gifts by October, latest November. Ask me how far I've gotten this year. I have one gift purchased, just one, and I have more than one person to shop for, so I'm a little stressed. Like I said, usually I am ahead of the curve. Gifts are in check. I'm ready to go. Stress is a minimum. I don't know what's in the air this year because I blinked. It was the beginning of December, my birthday, and now we're a week away from Christmas. For my video viewers out there, I finally got my 1989 Taylor's version blue tie-dye hoodie in the mail yesterday. Best believe I was like, I am wearing this on the pod tomorrow. I haven't even washed it yet. This took 3 months to come in the mail. I ordered this whenever the album released. What was that, like end of October? So rightfully so, I'm wearing this because it just now got here after taking forever to process and to ship. It's here. It's comfy. It's cozy. It's oversized. It is the vibe. I love it. And yeah, maybe I do have like 6 different Taylor Swift merch, hoodies, t-shirts, sweatshirts. Don't worry about it. I also have press-on long nails right now. Don't know how much you can hear or see that, but I put them on and I don't know how to act. I'm not used to having long nails. I told you guys I'm trying to regrow out my nails because having a nail biting habit at the age of 28 is ew, gross, disgusting. So I'm trying to break that habit. So I'm really working on trying to regrow out my nails. But usually for my birthday, I just like to do something cute. So I put on these press-on nails by Olive and June, not sponsored. They're just very cute. They're like an iridescent-y kind of tip on them. They're very cute. Although I really need to rip them off before I go back to work because doing patient care with nails, wearing gloves is a recipe for disaster. Anywho, welcome back to another week's episode of your fave podcast. Can I just say too, I talked about the Spotify Wrapped a few episodes back, and to see so many of you tagging Girl on the Internet podcast as your top 5 favorite podcasts of the year, can I just say that melted my heart in a way I can't even explain. The fact that there are people out there that listen to my podcast enough, first of all, that listen to my podcast, but second of all, they listen to it enough that it ends up in their top listened to podcasts for the year. In all seriousness, I do want to thank every single one of you who listen and stream and or watch my podcast. This has just been such a fun experience for me to have this podcast and just to have people genuinely enjoy it and to give me the feedback that I get, whether that be an Instagram message, a comment on YouTube, whatever it is. I am so incredibly grateful. It is like this fun little community that we have here. And I hope you guys always know that no matter what, this podcast is a safe space. I try to just bring whatever authentic real life stuff. So hopefully you don't feel as alone. You don't feel like you're going through anything by yourself, or you just feel like a sense of comfort hanging out with me. Like we're just kind of like chatting. Maybe you're eating dinner right now and you're listening to this. Maybe you're driving to work. Whatever it is, thank you for letting me be a part of your life. And just a special shout out to the handful of you who had me in your top 5 or top 1 first place podcast for the year of 2023. Super awesome. And I'm just forever grateful. I don't want to cry, but I've just, it's so cool. It's so cool. We are going to talk about how you are going to make 2024 your year. I know we still have 2 or 3 weeks until the new year, but nevertheless, time is going to continue to move quickly. It's going to be Christmas for those that celebrate. And then before you know it, you'll be like, what are my New Year's Eve's plans? What am I going to do? I don't know about you guys. I will be probably in bed before midnight. Well, to be fair, I also have to work. Do I have to work New Year's Eve? I have to work New Year's Day. It's my minor holiday to work at work. So I won't be having any plans. I will honestly probably be in bed before the ball drops. I don't know, the last few years or so, and maybe it's because I'm single. Bitter. Not really. Well, the last few years, I feel like New Year's Eve has just felt very anticlimactic, and I'm just like, okay, like it's just another year. We're just, come on now. Or like maybe it's because the New Year's Eve specials on TV have just gotten like, they're just not as entertaining and fun as they were anymore. I'm just like not into it. So for that, I feel like the last few years, I haven't really had any big New Year's Eve's plans. I kind of keep it low key. I'm hanging out with my family, something low key. And again, this year I'll be by myself. If any of my friends end up doing something or they have plans and invite me, I might go. But honestly, New Year's Eve, I'm just like, I'm okay with not having plans. That's like the one holiday where I'm like, whatever. But while you are thinking about your New Year's Eve plans and you are thinking, what do I want to do for the new year? Do I make a vision board? Do I write out resolutions? What can I do to make this my year? I got you. I got you, bestie. I'm going to tell you how you and I can both make 2024 our year. Since I am truly an iPad baby now, I have everything written down right here, just like a handful of points to make 2024 your year. So I don't think this episode is going to be too terribly long. And oh gosh, what am I doing? Before I get into it, non-sponsored drink of the episode, Diet Coke. This is a mini can of Diet Coke. Just like a little mini can. I've been like obsessed with mini cans of drinks recently. I get the mini cans of Olipop, Diet Coke, Diet Dr. Pepper, sometimes just like a regular size can. Just like not in the mood for it. I don't know. Okay, let's get into it. Let's talk about how you're going to make 2024 your year. I need you to go into 2024 with just a splash of delusion. Okay. There is some trueness in ignorance is bliss. Okay. Sometimes the most ignorant, just sort of dazed people are the happiest, are the most confident, just kind of shimmy their way through life with no problem. I'm not saying you have to be completely ignorant to have the whole ignorance is bliss thing, but I do want you to have just like a touch of delusion going into the new year. Okay. Not for everything. Okay. I'm not saying be delusional about things that matter. Okay. You can use your head. I want you to just be a little delusional in the sense of faking it till you make it. That has solved a lot of my problems. That has helped some of my confidence. Just have a little bit of like, I can do anything. I am capable of anything. Anything I set my mind to, I can do. Even if it feels like something completely impossible, just be a tiny bit delusional and be like, no, I can totally make this happen. I can totally make it happen. Some call it confidence. I call it delusion sometimes for certain things. Now, I do have confidence. I've worked on building my confidence over the years. But some things are delusional, right? You can just kind of go into it not really knowing or having a full plan. I feel like main character energy was like this big popular internet trend like a year ago or so. I still live my life by that. I love the idea of main character energy so much. It is simply just you putting yourself in the shoes of what you think a main character would do, how they would live their life, whether this be a TV show, movie, book, fill in the blank. Main characters, they have an energy of confidence, of not letting anything get in their way, things going right for them. They have just this sort of success that just follows them around. Maybe they have a good love life, good friends. Things just work out for them, okay? And I think that's the beauty of this main character energy is even if you have to fake it till you make it, right? You can become the main character. And I think if you start to treat life like that, whether you make TikToks about a day in your life and you're like, no one's going to care, do it anyways. You wear a cute outfit to the grocery store just because you feel like it, go for it. You start doing this hobby that you love so much that gives you all this energy and gratitude, do it. I need you to just embrace the new year like you are the main character of whatever storyline. The next thing you're going to do to make 2024 your year is you're going to declutter. At some point in the new year, like the first week or so, maybe not the first day, first week, I need you to declutter your space. House, apartment, room, your office, at work. I need you to declutter, okay? Go in the junk drawer, go in the nightstand, bathroom, closet. We're getting rid of the old stuff. I know for a fact you have stuff in your closet right now that you have not worn, new with tags, and it's been in your closet for years. Or you're like, oh, I'll lose the weight. I'll wear those jeans again. I'll wear that one day. Babe, it's been 5 years. It's okay. It's okay to buy a bigger size up if you have to, but we got to let go of stuff. If you have skincare products that are over 3 years old, might be time to get rid of it. I'm just saying. Go through your fridge, get rid of old condiments, old food, like wilting lettuce, okay? Go through every little corner of your life and just organize it and just start fresh and declutter. It'll make you feel better mentally, physically. You're going to have this feeling of a clean space. Just trust me. Now, this is something that you can do from now until the new year, the first week of the new year. You can get your friends together and have like a little New Year's Eve party, a little like planning your life for 2024, whatever it is. You can go on Pinterest, TikTok, magazines, books, and I want you to create some kind of a mood board for 2024. I will have my annual vision board video up on YouTube at some point, I think this week or next week, TBD. I make like an annual vision board and it is so fun. Just like plan out your life a little bit, see what you want to do for the year, just have those visual aspects of how you want to create your life for the new year. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be heavily goal driven, but anything that you see, again, in a magazine, you can cut it out and just add it onto the vision board on like a piece of poster paper. If you're trying to save like money and resources, you can do it on Pinterest and just create a little Pinterest board. I've seen people too, they save photos from Pinterest and make it like their laptop or their computer background, so they look at it every day. You can even go on TikTok and just get inspiration and save the videos on TikTok into little folders of like goals that you have for the year, things that you want to do or things that you want to accomplish. Or even if you're like, hey, I want to step up my skincare routine, or hey, I want a better wardrobe for 2024. Literally anything. Obviously, TikTok has everything. Save the videos, create little files of like skincare, gym, food, cooking, travel, whatever it is, and just start to manifest it, watch the videos, get the inspiration. I think too, in a weird way, like watching other people do these things that you are inspired by will give you this energy of like, hey, I really want to do this in the new year. I really want to accomplish that. It'll help you stick to like whatever plans that you have for the new year. Bestie, you and I both need to hear this one, okay? In order to make 2024 your year, you got to set some kind of healthy and obtainable routine. I know you knew this was going to be on here. I myself have definitely fallen out of a healthy like workout routine, kind of like taking care of myself, all of that stuff. So I know like it's so cliche and cheesy, and it's like the number one most written down resolution is like lose weight, like eat better, like da-da-da. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about like giving yourself an obtainable healthy routine in the new year. Whether this means, hey, I'm going to work out for 10 minutes a day. I'm going to stretch every single morning when I wake up. I'm going to make sure I'm drinking at least 6 cups of water every day. I want to spend the first hour of my day with no screen time. Give yourself obtainable little things that you can do every single day, or whatever routine works best for you. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, on the weekends, every Monday, and just make them small and obtainable. And I think that's where so many people go wrong with like New Year's resolutions, is they try to quit things cold turkey, or they like 180 their life, or they're like, they've never stepped foot in a gym, and then January 1st, they're trying to go to the gym every single day. Also, that slow approach to getting where you want to go, I think, is key. So set a small goal for yourself, whatever that is. And health is so broad, and it's also so subjective. It's, health looks different for everybody. So find like 3 to 5 healthy goals that you can set for yourself. Again, health is whatever you want it to be. Mental health, physical health, anything. Maybe it's a workout routine. Maybe it's eating better. Maybe it's doing self-care. Maybe it's going to a therapist, like anything under the umbrella term of health, whatever it means for you, setting little goals and then working that into becoming not just goals, but an actual routine that you can stick with throughout the year. In order to make 2024 your year, you got to step up the confidence just a little bit. I know I started off this episode with talking about the touch of delusion being the main character, but in all seriousness, improving your confidence is a game changer. And even if you are terrified in social settings, in making new friends, in dating, in speaking up for yourself, start small, start slow, and even just, again, having that energy in your head, having that mindset in your head, like when I walk into a room, I can relax my shoulders, keep my head up, and just smile at the people in the room. I can stop overly apologizing for things that I don't need to apologize for. I can just speak up a little bit, even if that means having a conversation with someone at the grocery store, smiling at a stranger. Like little things like that can really help improve your confidence and give you this personality trait, like you have all this extra confidence. I do have an episode on my podcast talking about ways to improve your confidence, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback on that episode, so make sure you go give that a listen if you're trying to find like little ways to do it. But I think too, the biggest way to improve your confidence, if you are genuinely someone who isn't confident, is fake it till you make it, again, because no one's going to know the difference. You are in like a setting and you're just like smiling and you're interacting with people and you ask them questions about their life or what's going on or the event that you're at. Like you're going to seem like this just confident, bubbly, open person, even if you are the shyest, most like introverted, nervous person. If you can just sort of have this character, this persona, when you are around people, when you're in a setting that makes you uncomfortable, when you're at school and you don't know the answer to something, but you're trying to like speak up and use your voice, you will start to do that. And then over time, you're going to like trick yourself mentally into being like, wait, I don't have to like fake this personality anymore because I just am confident. I have done all these little tactics to actually improve my confidence. The next thing you're going to do to make 2024 your year is you are going to legitimately close your eyes wherever you are. Laying down in bed, on the couch, at the gym. And hey, if you're driving, I don't make the rules. Close your eyes, okay? No, please don't do that. You're going to take a minute, you're going to close your eyes, and you're going to picture the time being December 2024. I know, sounds terrifying. I want you to picture December 2024. And I want you to think about what the future you would be celebrating and being excited about for all the things that you accomplished in the year prior. You're going to envision December 2024 and you're going to think, I'm so glad I did XYZ. I'm so glad I traveled here. I'm so glad I picked up this hobby. Oh, I'm really excited because I moved into my apartment or I moved into a house or I went back to school. I want you to think about what you want to be celebrating this time next year, and then add it to your goals or your resolutions or whatever it is that you're going to do for the year. You have to really put yourself in the headspace of like, where do I want to be this time next year? Or what do I want to have accomplished or have done or have sought out? It's a really good tip, and I really think that's going to help you make 2024 your year. In order to make 2024 your year, you got to stay organized, babes, to some capacity. We talked about decluttering. It's time to buy a planner, a notebook, a journal. You need to use your phone and use like the Google Calendar, whatever it is. Find a way to stay organized. That is how you're going to stay tip top on top of things. You're going to have your life planned out, appointments, tasks, chores, school, work, whatever it is. It's going to help you. Okay. Whatever your vibe is, if you like the digital thing, do that. Go buy a cute planner. Find an excuse to go buy a cute planner, okay? Staying organized is a must, especially with like a very hectic adult life, especially if you're living with somebody else or if you're just busy. Very, very important. So something that I think a lot more people need to hear when it comes to setting goals and resolutions for themselves, because again, we talked about it, a lot of people don't stick to their New Year's resolutions, or they try to quit things cold turkey or start from the ground up or whatever. I want you to set intentions, not resolutions. I want you to aim for a goal. I want you to have a vision of something, and I want you to try to achieve that. It doesn't have to be this clear-cut, strict resolution of like, this is going to happen. I will do this. I will stop doing this. I am going to do this. But instead, think of an intention. Think of something that you'd like to see yourself doing, of a goal that you'd like to achieve, of something that you want to be done or have done for you in the new year. And then all you're going to do is work on little ways to achieve that goal, working on And then what you're going to do is step by step, one thing at a time, you are going to do little tiny tasks that help you achieve that intention that you've set for yourself, or this way of life that you picture yourself living. Practicing gratitude and working on your small acts of kindness is going to be one of the main reasons that 2024 is your year. Everybody knows life is hard. Life sucks. We've all been dealing with something, or we are in the middle of dealing with something. The world is cruel. There's a lot happening. There's doom scrolling. There's just so much. So it's in everybody's best intention to just be kinder to one another, small acts of kindness to people, writing down things that you're grateful for, gratitude journals, just messaging somebody and telling them thank you for this, or I'm grateful for you, or whatever. Even if your little gratitude list is like, I'm grateful that I have a job. I'm grateful that I have a little furry companion that is my sweet pet. I am grateful for the friends in my life. Like, whatever it is, just learning to reflect on things in your life, I think, is going to just genuinely make you a happier person. And then you're not going to set your standards so high for all these other things in life if they don't work out or they're not exactly what you wanted them to be. Gratitude is just so important because, again, I think we all we can get all just like wrapped up in all of like the lavish things in life or material possessions. But in reality, like, life is just so much more about the small things. I feel like if you work on ways of reflecting gratitude and just incorporating small acts of kindness into your life, you'll feel more well-rounded as a person and you'll feel better. And I think you'll just have an overall better outlook on life and the year. And the last thing that I want to tell you on how you're going to make 2024 your year is I want you to save up for at least one nice thing for yourself. The reason I'm leaving this so vague is because, as we all know, everybody has a different life, a different level of income, different family dynamics, living situations, fill in the blank. We can't all go to Turks and Caicos for a month with like our parents' credit card, okay? We're not billionaires. We don't have private jets, things like that. But I want you to do at least one nice and fun thing for yourself in 2024, whether that's saving up for a trip. And you don't have to do it alone, by the way. Like, it doesn't have to be alone, but it has to be for you. So whether you save up money and you're going on a big trip with your friends and they've invited you to go, you're going to go. If that's buying the cute designer purse that you have just been longing for, save up money and buy it because it makes you happy. Maybe you are a mom, you're married with kids. I want you to save up money, or have your husband pay for it for you, or whoever. Go spend the night at a hotel and just like have a relaxing evening with like a spa and a bath and room service. One nice thing for yourself that you can save up some money for. And like I said, it's very open-ended. It's very broad because, again, everyone's lives are so different, but it doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be largely expensive. It doesn't have to be like a big lavish vacation. It can just be like, hey, I want to go save up $7 and go get a coffee and a bagel from this place that I love. And I'm going to spend my Saturday morning there. But that's why I'm recommending at least one nice and cool thing for yourself, because showing yourself that love and that appreciation goes so far. And I feel like that's a really nice way to just kind of tell yourself thank you for the hard work, for just the energy that you put into life, is just giving yourself that one nice thing that you can enjoy. Again, whether that be a trip, a material item, just something for you, something that you are really going to enjoy, that you can have for a long time, or an experience, at least one nice and fun thing for yourself. It's funny because I've been seeing this trend on TikTok talk about how people's boy cats are super needy and clingy, but I would like to argue that this little girl right here, little Miss Daphne Marie, is arguably one of the clingiest cats ever. I mean, I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world, but she's truly a stage 5 clinger. Like, she has to be in my lap or near me at all times. Don't you? I literally have pictures of her like snuggling near me, and like her little paw will be like outstretched and like touching my leg or something. She just like has to be in close proximity. She's such a sweet girl. I love her. Anyways, time for your random fun fact. This is New Year's Eve related. Did you know that more than 360 million glasses of sparkling wine and champagne are drunk on New Year's Eve? Makes me think of that episode of The Office where Michael Scott is going to the liquor store and he gets like 20 bottles of vodka. And he's like, is this enough to get an office party? Is this enough to get like 12 people drunk? And he's like, 20 bottles of vodka? Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to another week's episode of Girl on the Internet podcast. If you haven't followed the Instagram, make sure you do that at Girl on the Internet pod. Coming at you with little inspirational posts, little quotes from the podcast, little video clips. Come hang out over there on Instagram. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you go easy on yourself, and I'll see you next week with a new episode. Daph, do you want to tell the people bye? She just hugged me instead. I love you. Bye, guys.